In Jamaica, it's time to build. That's a sentiment being expressed by Governor of Central Bank Brian Winter. Mr. Winter says the Jamaican economy remains resilient and is making confident strides. He underscores that the International Monetary Fund (IMF's) recent assessment of the country's economic performance mirrors the outlook of the central bank. According to Mr. Winter, lower than expected oil prices on the international market, along with the continued success of the government's economic reform program, presents a major opportunity for the private sector. So what has contributed to the burst of energy to the economy? Winter says inflation rate is falling faster than anticipated. For January, inflation was -0.5%, the third consecutive month of deflation, registering an annual rate of 5.3%.
Now, 5.3% is significantly lower than the 9.3% that had been recorded for the same period last year. That's the 12 months to January 2014. There's now a strong likelihood that inflation for the fiscal year 2014-2015 will fall below the target range of 7.0 to 9.0%. The stage has been set and the foundation is being laid. It is now time to build.
Meanwhile, there's more good news for the local economy. The economy is expected to rebound following a lackluster performance in the last quarter of 2014 due to the drought conditions. Mr. Winter says things will improve for the remainder of this fiscal year, and the economy is projected to grow between 1.5 and 2.5% for the 2015-2016 fiscal year.
But growth in the economy is expected to strengthen for the remainder of the fiscal year and also over the medium term. We are expecting real GDP to expand within the range of 0 to 1% for the 2014-2015 fiscal year and to strengthen to a range of 1.5 to 2.5% in the 2015-2016 fiscal year. Growth in 2015-16 should be primarily driven by agriculture, forestry and fishing, by mining and quarrying, and by hotels and restaurants.
Mr. Winter's pronouncements came on Thursday as he presented the figures at the BOJ's first quarterly press briefing for 2015. In the meantime, Winter says there is compelling evidence that stability is returning to the economy. He says the current accounts show that the deficit has continued to narrow. As it relates to the exchange rate, Mr. Winter says the fluctuation has been adjusted. He says the dollar is expected to depreciate at a slower rate than in the previous 2 years. This move should benefit businesses exporting goods and services, including tourism.
Now, I say this with an awareness of the apprehension that exists to varying degrees regarding the prospect of further depreciation of the Jamaican dollar as we look ahead. Historically, the danger of depreciation has resulted from the large and debilitating pass-through effect on domestic prices that was big enough to wipe out whatever gains had been made in competitiveness. Today, however, the pass-through effect has diminished significantly. We have seen this in the fact that despite the depreciation in the currency over the last 2 years, inflation has continued to decline.
The BOJ governor says progress is being made to ensure local products remain competitive.
Keep in mind, there should be less concern about occasional episodes of somewhat faster depreciation that may occur from time to time once it is understood that these episodes will have a more moderate effect on domestic prices. The stage has been set and the foundation is being laid. It is now time to build.